We're here in Avon for Zionsville Avon basketball. About 2.5 minutes to tip, and we'll get you to the action as soon as we get closer to tip-off.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Superintendent of Avon Schools, Dr. Margaret Horman, Principal Rick Adcock, Athletic Administrator Ray Holsinger, and Assistant Athletic Administrator Lance Clarkey. Welcome you to Avon High School Arena for tonight's game between the Zionsville Eagles and your Avon Orioles. In order to promote sportsmanship, ethics, and integrity in high school athletics, Avon High School and Zionsville High School have been participating in positive support of your own team. Your cooperation and example of those around you is greatly appreciated. And now the starting lineup. First for Zionsville. At one guard, the 6'2" senior, number 1, Andrew Dawkins. At another guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 5, Braden Hall. At the third guard, a 6-foot senior, number 22, Dalton Judd. At one forward, a 6'4" senior, number 23, Scotty Nola. And at the other forward, a 6'4" junior, number 32, Alex Silva. And the man in the middle, 6'5" senior, number 42, Aaron Cody.
All right, we're about set to tip off here in Avon. The starting lineups were just announced. If you're watching at home on audiosportsonline.com, Zionsville is in a road jersey. They're wearing the white, and Avon is in their home black tonight. The tip will be between number 42 for Avon. That's Aaron Bodie. And it'll be number 23, Scotty Pinola, for Zionsville. And the tip is up, and it is controlled by Zionsville as Dockich comes down with it. Zionsville is going to start 3 guards tonight. Braden Hall gets into the starting lineup. And we've seen the starting lineups get changed periodically throughout this season. So tonight, the backcourt will be Dalton Judd, Andrew Dockich, and Braden Hall. Ball getting worked around now by Zionsville. Still Zionsville with the possession. Good defense being applied by the Orioles. And that'll be Scott Pinola with the first layup. I may have mentioned wrong earlier. Zionsville is in the road black jerseys. Looks like an alternate uniform, and Avon will be wearing the home whites. My mistake. Ball getting worked around now for Avon. Number 5, Tommy Bullock with the ball out on the wing. And he'll scoot it over to number 24, Jimmy Sims. Back to Bullock as Avon trails 2-0 early here in the first quarter at home against the Zionsville Eagles. Shots up by number 24, Sims. It's missed. And Dalton Judd comes down with it. Zionsville on offense now. Dockich with a nice crossover dribble. Kicks it out to Braden Hall for the open 3. That rims out. Rebound to Avon, and they're out. And that'll be a kick ball on Zionsville. Dockich got his foot out to stop the fast break. Really a nice play there by Dockich. Avon will take the ball out under their own basket. The ball was inbounded to number 45 for Avon. That's Connor Funkhauser. Jordan Rhodes with the ball now. Back over to Funkhauser. Avon still working it around. Number 24, Carter Van Wanzeel. He missed the first shot taken by the Avon Orioles. Avon 0 for 1 so far, 3 minutes into this first quarter. Funkhauser with the ball. Now moves it to the corner. Avon being patient with the basketball on offense. Funkhauser will line it up for a 3, and it drops. So that'll put Avon on the board for the first time tonight. Avon leads 3-2 right now at home against Zionsville. 4:50 remaining here in the opening quarter. Dalton Judd penetrates and dishes, and some miscommunication there as Dockich throws it away. Now 32, Logan White with the ball for Avon. And it's kicked over to Van Wanzeel. Down low now. And that's number 32, Logan White, with an easy layup. So Avon back-to-back baskets here early in the game. Zionsville breaks the trap at midcourt. Shot is missed by Cibula. Rebounded by Panola. The three-pointer on the way by Dockich. It's also missed. And now Avon comes down with it. Number 5, Jordan Rhodes, picks up his dribble at the top of the key and has to get rid of it. Now back to Rhodes. Now down low. And that'll be out of bounds. They're going to stay with Avon there as Michael Solman checks in for Zionsville. He'll replace Braden Hall. Avon taking the ball out under their own basket. Funkhauser now down low to number 42, Aaron Bodie. He missed, but the offensive rebound back to Avon. And Bodie up again for an easy layup. Avon moving the ball around exceptionally on offense and pressuring Zionsville as soon as they get across the timeline. Zionsville working it around. Dockich lines up another three. This time it'll fall. And a block now called on the Eagles. That was Alex Cibula trying to take a charge there, but the referees are going to say he didn't have his feet set in time. And that was on the floor, so Avon will once again take it out underneath the basket. Cibula checks out of the ball game, and checking in for Zionsville is number 15, Jake Mann. Ball down low once again. And they're going to call a travel on Avon, as that was Aaron Bodie who fell down in the paint trying to get rid of the ball. And he'll check out, and coming in for him now is number 10, Sam Bloom. So Bodie checks out of the ball game, Bloom in. 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Zionsville trails the host Orioles 7-5. Dockich throws the ball away. Nice steal there by Avon. The steal will go to Logan White. Avon kicks it out in transition for a three, misses. Rebound back to Zionsville. And now Dalton Judd taking the ball up the court, kicks it out to Dockich. And that'll be Mann for an open deuce. Or I'm sorry, that's Scott Panola with that one. A nice looking stroke from about 15 feet out. And Michael Solman ties up Funkhauser at midcourt. That's a jump ball, but it'll stay with Avon as Zionsville won the opening tip. Tie ball game now 7-7 with just under 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Avon, a three on the way for Funkhauser, misses. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds off Avon, so Zionsville will get possession of the basketball. Andrew Dockich now walks it up the floor. Coming up a screen is Mann. Now back to Dalton Judd. Mann with it at the top of the key. Looks. Gets the ball to Panola, who dumps it off to Dalton Judd. And he might have got away with a walk, but made the layup nonetheless. So Zionsville regains the lead here in the first quarter. Jordan Rhodes with the ball for Avon as he kicks it out to Carter Van Weensel. Avon looking to get a good shot, have one in the corner, and it's made. And that's Sam Bloom, who just checked into the ball game. And 30 seconds left to go now in the first quarter. We have a tie game, and I imagine with the score tied at 9, Zionsville is going to hold for the last shot of the quarter. Ten seconds now as Panola with the ball kicks it out to Dockich. 3 on the way, and it's good. Zionsville up 12-9. 3 seconds left to go. Avon's going to get a shot, and it was stripped out of the hands of Jordan Rhodes. So Dockich goes 2 for 2 from 3 in the first quarter, and Zionsville leads 12-9. Quick message from our sponsors. This is the Hendricks County Flyer. We would like to thank our corporate video sponsor, the Hendricks County Flyer, as well as their title sponsor, Hendricks Regional Health. Thank you, Hendricks County Flyer, for allowing us to bring you Avon varsity basketball live on the web. Also tonight, the payroll department. If you're a business owner with or without employees, you're probably wondering about your payroll. What about taxes, child support, auditing, Social Security? It can be a bit overwhelming, but we've got the answer for you. The Payroll Department Incorporated. The Payroll Department Incorporated can help put your mind at ease where all these problems are concerned. Locally owned and operated for over 20 years. Call today at 852-2568 or stop by the Payroll Department Incorporated, 701 North Green Street in Brownsburg. And we're going to be back here for second quarter action. Zionsville leads 12-9 at the end of the first quarter. And they have possession of the basketball to start the second. Ball goes down low now. Looks like Alex Cibola down there. Michael Solman takes a deep three and misses long, but the rebound by Jake Mann for Zionsville. And back out to Dockich. Open look is passed up by Dockich. Makes a nice move and tries to lay it in, but couldn't quite keep the handle on it. So the ball will go back into Avon's hands. 23 is checked in the ball game. Ryan Ruff for the Orioles. Also number 11, Jordan Klein. Ball getting worked around the perimeter now for Avon. And a dangerous pass there thrown by Ruff, almost intercepted by Zionsville. And there's a tie-up in the lane, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay with Avon once again as Zionsville had the possession to start the quarter. Ball being taken out under the Avon basket by the Orioles. Number 23, Ruff with the ball at the top of the key. Gets moved around to Klein in the corner. Zionsville playing tough D right now. And almost another near jump ball situation. And this time they're going to get a foul on, I believe, Michael Solman, as he got a little too aggressive in the paint there, trying to go for a steal. And I stand corrected. The foul was actually called on number 15, Jake Mann. And as soon as Avon inbounds the ball, we're going to have a traveling violation on number 23, Ryan Ruff. So ball will go back into the hands of the Zionsville Eagles. And now an offensive foul called on Zionsville. And it looks like that'll be number 21, Aaron Powell. And Aaron Powell will check out of the ball game. So will Jake Mann. And coming back into the ball game is Scott Panola, number 23, and also Dalton Judd. Scott Panola, standout football player for the Zionsville Eagles. And after their tough loss in sectionals this year, he had to quickly transition to basketball. A very physical, tough player underneath for Zionsville, and gets the job done. And a three-pointer from the corner for Avon will tie the ball game. That was sent home by number 24, Carter Van Wanzeel. 12-12 ball game, halfway through the second quarter right now. And the pass nearly stolen. Now back into the hands of there's going to be a foul called on number 11, Jordan Klein for Avon. And that was on the floor against Dalton Judd. Funkhauser will check in the ball game as Van Wanzeel checks out. Dalton Judd will inbound the pass underneath the Zionsville basket. Michael Solman, a nice drive, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to be in the act of shooting, so Michael Solman will get a chance at 2 free throws. Solman, a high-energy guy, has been coming off the bench lately. He's only a junior, listed at 5'11", 165. We have not seen Derek Smits yet this ball game. Solomon makes his first free throw. Derek Smits still has the warm-ups on at the end of the maybe injured. I'll try to get some sort of information on that at halftime. And back in for Avon is number 32, Logan White. Second free throw is also good for Solman, so Zionsville regains the lead. And Andrew Dockich will check in for Alex Cibula right now. So for Zionsville, I believe we'll have Braden Hall, a very small lineup, as they go with Hall, Solman, Dalton Judd, and Dockich. The lone big man in the ball game will be Scott Panola, I believe. And as I say that, Scotty Panola gets a steal. Ball quickly down court. Dalton Judd for three. It's good. And Zionsville opens up a 5-point lead as Avon will take a timeout. Zionsville playing as good of a game as I've covered this year. And we'll take a moment for our sponsors. Do you remember old-fashioned values, good food, and good times? Do you remember an ice cream cone on a warm summer's eve and a cherry Coke from the fountain at the corner drugstore? Sweet Treats is a classic bakery and soda shop that does remember when. Serving delicious bakery and food items in Avon 6 days a week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sweet Treats is located at US 36 and Dan Jones, right behind CVS Pharmacy. Bring in a ticket stub from any Avon sporting event or mention you heard this ad and receive 10% off your purchase. Stop in for a visit and let Sweet Treats take you way back when. We would also like to take a minute to thank our corporate video sponsor, the Hendricks County Flyer, as well as their title sponsor, Hendricks Regional Health. Thank you, Hendricks County Flyer, for allowing us to bring you Avon varsity basketball live on the web. So we have 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Zionsville's opened up the biggest lead of the ball game at 17-12. It's been a highly contested game thus far, a lot of back and forth. But Zionsville gets a couple unanswered buckets and a big three by Dalton Judd after the steal from Scotty Panola. Avon working the ball around. It goes out of bounds, but I believe that was off Andrew Dockich, so Avon's going to retain possession here. On the wing now, Avon down to Aaron Bodie in the post. And a very nice, strong post move as he worked to his left shoulder and was able to put, I guess, what you'd call a small jump hook over Scott Panola, and it drops. So 17-14 now for Zionsville. Three-pointer on the way for the Eagles is airballed. And Michael Solman with the airball, and the fans here at Avon are going to let him hear it as this student section gets the airball chant going. Number 23, Ryan Ruff, checks out for Avon. Back in the games is number 5, Jordan Rhodes. Jordan's a 6-foot senior for the Orioles. He was the starting point guard for this game tonight. Funkhauser with a shot on the wing, and it rolls around the rim and drops. So score is now 17-16 Zionsville. 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first half of action. And a stop and pop by Panola. He also airballs it long. Avon now with the ball. Not a whole lot of movement in Avon's offensive sets tonight. Seem to be pretty passive. But nonetheless, they're in the lead. Still finding ways to make open shots. And that time it was Jordan Rhodes, who I mentioned before, the point guard, number 5, hits a three-pointer. So that gives Avon a 2-point lead, 19-17, with 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Three-pointer on the way by Dockich. He answers, and Dockich has had a very nice game tonight. Besides a couple turnovers, he shot the ball well from deep, 3 for 3, and now he creates a steal and nearly gives it back. Needs to be careful here. Dockich. Oh, and a very nice pass made by Braden Hall, but Panola couldn't finish. The rebound came to Avon, but Scott Panola was able to tie it up and create a jump ball situation, so Zionsville will get the possession back. And a very nice three-pointer made there by Andrew Dockich, and then hustles back on defense and gets a steal. This is as good of a game as I've seen Dockich play thus far this year. Andrew Dockich with the ball once again. Dribbles out of trouble there. And sets the offense back up. Dockich gets the ball deep to Panola. He can't do anything with it. This has been a long offensive possession for Zionsville, now over a minute. Dockich goes up for a layup, can't finish. Avon gets the ball on the break, and they have numbers. To the corner it goes. Shot fake and kicked. And Van Wanzeel is going to line up a three. And it's good. So a very, very nice first half here played by both teams. Avon now leads 22-20. Under a minute left to go here at Avon. And a nice answer there by number 15, Jake Mann for Zionsville, will tie the game as he makes a runner in the lane. And I believe that's the first shot attempted of the night for Jake Mann, who has come in and given some hard minutes tonight off the bench for the Eagles. Avon looks like they might be content with holding on here for the last shot. Now 15 seconds remain here in the first half. Scores tied 22-22. Zionsville Eagles are playing at Avon. Van Wanzeel in trouble. Open three in the corner for Avon. And it's buried at the buzzer. Once again, that's Jordan Rhodes, the 6-foot senior. So Avon will go into the locker room at halftime, leading the Zionsville Eagles 25-22. A quick word from our sponsors, and then we'll take a break for halftime, and we'll bring it back for second half action. A great second half on the way, I'm sure. Remember when listening to Superman on the radio was all there was? Remember when your friends and family dining together and enjoyed it? Remember when bakeries were real and coffee didn't cost $4 a cup? Sweet Treats is a classic bakery and soda shop that does remember when. Serving delicious bakery and food items in Avon 6 days a week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sweet Treats is located at US 36 in Dan Jones, right behind CVS Pharmacy. Bring in a ticket stub from any Avon sporting event or mention you heard this ad and receive 10% off your purchase. Stop in for a visit and let Sweet Treats take you way back when. All right, we'll keep the video feed rolling for the halftime entertainment. We got about 9 minutes to go before the second half starts up here at Avon. Once again, Avon leads 25-22. We're back for the second half here at Avon as the home team actually hit a three at the end of the half and now lead 25-22. Start the second half, Avon has the ball. And they're going to call a jump ball underneath. That was Funkhauser getting tied up with, I believe, Alex Cibula. And Zionsville will get the ball back right away to start this second half. Both teams shot the ball relatively well in that first half. It was a well-played half by both teams, tied going down the stretch until Avon and Jordan Rhodes hit a three. And that's how the first half ended, rather, as Alex Cibula gets the ball deep and got really good position underneath and wound up getting the ball for an easy basket. And almost an and one situation there as the shot rimmed out. Number 32, Logan White for Avon, was fouled on the shot. And that was Dalton Judd's first foul and Zionsville's first of the half. So Jordan White will be at the free throw stripe. He misses the first one off the back iron. And the second free throw attempt is on the way, and it rims out as well. So Avon doesn't get any points out of that foul. And Zionsville now with possession. Zionsville working it around. Dockich now. About a 13-foot jumper on the baseline. It was left short. Avon back in transition quickly. That's Carter Van Wanzeel. And he gets a jumper to go. So Avon now back up 3, 27-24. 6.5 minutes remain here in the third quarter. Down low, good position again for Cibula. And he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. I believe the foul came from behind from Logan White. So Cibula will get a chance at 2 free throws here. First free throw is good for Alex Cibula. Alex, I believe he's listed as a junior. Yes, he is. 6'4", 200-pound junior. He's worked his way into the starting lineup. And the second free throw from Alex rims out. So Zionsville comes away with a point on that possession. They now trail 27-25. Down low, Avon. And a nice pass and finish there by Aaron Bodie. Aaron Bodie with the easy layup underneath. And that'll make this a 2-possession game. And the pass is fired too high out of the reach of Scott Pinola from Dockich. So I believe that's the third turnover of the night for Dockich. Andrews had an exceptional game otherwise, both on defense and shooting the basketball. Avon taking their time once again on offense. They've been very methodical for most of the night. And they've just hit some big three-pointers, and there's another one. And Zionsville's going to call timeout, down 7, as Avon hits another three-pointer from deep, and that's Jordan Rhodes. I believe that's his third or fourth of the night. So we'll take a break from our sponsors and be back right after the timeout. And this message is from Sweet Treats. Do you remember old-fashioned values, good food, and good times? Do you remember an ice cream cone on a warm summer's eve and a cherry Coke from the fountain at the corner drugstore? Sweet Treats is a classic bakery and soda shop that does remember when. Serving delicious bakery and food items in Avon 6 days a week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sweet Treats is located at US 36 and Dan Jones, right behind CVS Pharmacy. Bring in a ticket stub from any Avon sporting event or mention you heard this ad and receive 10% off your purchase. Stop in for a visit and let Sweet Treats take you way back when. Back here after the timeout, Zionsville trails Avon 32-25. And this is the biggest lead for either team this game. Zionsville has the basketball, and they immediately go down low, but nothing working there for Scott Panola. Dockich now with the basketball, makes a great pass underneath. A very nice pass made to Scott Panola, and Panola with the shot fake there, got his man up in the air and will draw the foul. That foul was on Aaron Bodie. Aaron Bodie for Avon was actually given an award before the game for excellent academic and athletic achievement as Scott Panola misses the first free throw. For Zionsville, Michael Solman and Jacob Mann both check in the game, and Dalton Judd will check out. And also checking out, I believe, I couldn't get a glimpse of who else. I think it might have been Braden Hall. So now it'll be Michael Solman in the game with Sabilla, Andrew Dockage, Jacob Mann, and Scott Panola. Avon moving around the basketball. And they're going to get another open jump shot. And it was made by Logan White, number 32. Avon now leads by 8. Zionsville working it around the perimeter again. Crowd chanting air ball every time Dalton Judd touches it still. And a three-pointer on the way. And that was by Jacob Mann. That was missed. And a big rebound there by Funkhauser for Avon. Orioles going the other way with it. Down low is Aaron Bodie. And a questionable call there. They're going to get Alex Sabilla with the block. And it should be on the shot. So Aaron Bodie for Avon's going to get a chance at 2 free throws here. Dalton Judd is about to check in the game for Sabilla. And Aaron Bodie here for Avon has a chance to put his team up double digits. He is not going to be able to do it as he misses the first free throw. And now Dalton Judd checks in for Sabilla as he'll take a seat. Second free throw is good for Aaron Bodie. And after that free throw, Bodie checks out of the game. Jordan Klein in for Avon. 3.5 minutes remain here in the third quarter. Avon leads 35-26 over Zionsville. A really highly contested first half. Great effort by both teams. And Avon's just come out to play here in the second half. And they're going to get a steal on a poor pass there, I believe, by Jacob Mann. And this will be a long 2 taken, and that was missed by Carter Van Wanzeel. Now Zionsville comes back. Open three in the corner is passed up by Jake Mann. And a nice cut there by Michael Solman for the layup. A very nice cut and a good find there by Scott Panola. Cuts the lead to 7. And right back the other way, a layup is missed. But then a foul on the rebound. The foul was on Jake Mann. And I believe that'll be on the floor. Yes, it will. So Avon's going to take the ball out behind their own basket. 2:17 to go here in the third quarter. Avon leads by 7 over the Eagles. Zionsville needs to get a couple stops here. And that'll be a travel and a good call by the referee there, and a nice defensive play by Scott Panola. Really just a very strong play as Logan White lowered the shoulder into him, and Panola didn't budge, and that pivot foot moved of Logan White. Panola now on offense in the post. He kicks it back out to Dockich. Dockich has an open lane, and he misses the layup and then tips the ball out of bounds. Alex Cibula checked right back in the ballgame after a very brief absence. Andrew Dockich applying pressure to Jordan Klein right now. And very good defense. They're going to get him for a foul. I thought that was good defense there by Michael Solman, but they're going to call a foul on Solman. And it was in the act of shooting, so Jordan Rhodes is going to get a chance at 2 free throws. Jordan Rhodes has really been a pain in the side tonight or a thorn in the side, rather, for Zionsville tonight, as he's taken some pretty mediocre possessions for Avon and turned them into gold just by hitting deep threes. He's hit 4 of them tonight, I believe, and they've been real backbreakers. They've come at very inopportune times for Zionsville. And he makes his second free throw, so Jordan Rhodes makes both free throws and puts Avon back up 9 points. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Dockich dribbles it off his foot. Luckily, he's going to get bailed out on a call there. They're going to call a foul on the floor. So that's number 5, Jordan Rhodes. Actually, they're going to say he was out of bounds on Rhodes. Nonetheless, a quick shot here from Dockich. Very nice play, and I believe that's Dockich's 4th three-pointer made of the night. So him and Jordan Rhodes going at it a little bit. Now Braden Hall strips Jordan Klein in the backcourt and goes in for the easy layup. So Zionsville very quickly cuts the lead to 4, and they're pressing. Oh! And Andrew Dockich jumps up in the air, and as Klein ducked, Dockich landed on his back and actually, for a moment, was straddling Jordan Klein. So that's going to be a foul on Dockich on the floor to keep you get you up to date. 38 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Zionsville trails 37-33. And there's been a quick storm here by the Eagles, taking the deficit from 9 to 4 in a matter of about 15 seconds. A three-pointer by Dockich, then a steal and a layup by Braden Hall. And almost another steal by Dockich as he deflects the pass out of bounds into the Avon student section. Andrew Dockich playing a very nice game tonight. Zionsville really applying pressure here. Avon's trying to hold for the last shot. And they're about to put it up, and they do. And sure enough, Funkhauser comes through with a big three-pointer. And that's the second quarter in a row that has ended with a big shot from Avon. And we'll take a moment to have a word from our sponsors. Avon trails 40-33. We would like to thank our corporate video sponsor, the Hendricks County Flyer, as well as their title sponsor, Hendricks Regional Health. Thank you, Hendricks County Flyer, for allowing us to bring you Avon varsity basketball live on the web. Also tonight, we would like to talk about the payroll department. If you're a business owner with or without employees, you're probably wondering about your payroll. What about taxes, child support, auditing, Social Security? It can be a bit overwhelming, but we've got the answer for you. The Payroll Department Incorporated. The Payroll Department Incorporated can help you put your mind at ease where all these problems are concerned. Locally owned and operated for over 20 years, call today at 852-2568 or stop by the Payroll Department Incorporated, 701 North Green Street in Brownsburg. Back to the action here in the fourth quarter. Avon gets trapped underneath, kicks it out to Funkhauser. He hits another three, so the lead quickly back up to 10. Andrew Dockich answers with a three of his own. And Dockich really came to play tonight. I think that's the fifth three-pointer made tonight for Dockich. And I'm not sure he missed one. He's either 5 for 5 or 5 for 6. I know he didn't miss two. And that's over the back, called on Avon's Aaron Bodie, so the ball will go the other way. Zionsville had it down to a 4-point lead. And Avon hit another three-pointer as time expired in the third quarter. And then opened the fourth quarter with another three by Funkhauser. Both those were made by Funkhauser, actually. And now after Dockich's answer, and here's another one up for Dockich, and it's good. And Dockich is absolutely out of his mind right now. Another three. He takes away the two from Funkhauser, back to a 4-point lead. And Dockich seems like he's willing to single-handedly put Zionsville in a position to be in this ball game down the stretch. And a good foul call there as Funkhauser takes it into the lane, and Panola got a little too physical. So that'll send Connor Funkhauser to the line. Funkhauser's had a great game thus far. He's only a junior, listed at 6'4". And he'll make his first free throw. Now Braden Hall checks out of the game, and Michael Solman checks in. And we're going to have one more substitution, one for each team, actually. Dalton Judd will check in for Alex Cibula, and then on top of that, Logan White will come in for Avon. So a few substitutions here to take us down the home stretch. 6.5 minutes remaining. Avon now up 6 after Funkhauser makes both free throws. Tonight, Dockich has nearly half of Zionsville's points, I believe. And, he barely missed a layup there as it rolled out. A little floater in the lane. 6-point lead for the Orioles. Open jump shot taken and missed by Van Wanzeel. Back the other way is Dockich, and his shot is blocked badly as Dockich gets knocked down to the floor. He wants a foul call, but he isn't going to get it. Back the other way, Avon misses yet again. Zionsville can't seem to come down with a rebound. Avon just had 6 chances on tip ends and couldn't put the ball in. Now Jake Mann in transition hits a 3. And a big three-pointer made by Jacob Mann, his first points of the game. And that draws Zionsville back within 1 basket. So Zionsville trails 45-42. 5.5 minutes left in the game. This is easily the most excitement I've seen this year. This will be my 5th or 6th Zionsville game I've covered, and it's quite easily the best game I've covered this year. Let's take a quick word from our sponsors and then bring it right back for the action. Actually, we're going to break the timeout rather quickly here, so we'll wait till the next timeout, and I'll bring you a message from Sweet Treats here in Avon. A lot of great three-point shooting being displayed tonight by both teams. Unfortunately, up here, I don't have the privilege of having all the statistics and the percentages, but I would say both teams are above 60% from three-point land tonight. And I would say that with quite a bit of confidence. Now we're back to the action. Avon leads Zionsville 45-42. Just a fantastic back-and-forth game thus far as Jordan Rhodes brings the ball up the floor for the Orioles. Now moved over to Aaron Bodie. He takes a jump shot and misses. Rebound Dockich, and he's running. Now he slows it up. And Jacob Mann with a deep 3 barely misses. A good-looking shot, but just a little long off the back iron. Zionsville comes down with the offensive rebound, and that was Dalton Judd. Michael Salmon with the layup attempt. He misses. A valiant effort there by Salmon. Just rolled off the front of the rim. Avon now with the basketball. And a near steal there for Zionsville, but Funkhauser gets it back for Avon. Zionsville really applying the pressure now. Michael Salmon guarding the point. And a back cut made. And a very nice play. And that was between Logan White and number 5, Jordan Rhodes for Avon. And the shot fake utilized there for an easy layup from White. Ball is deflected out of bounds. And they're going to say it's off Zionsville, which I'm surprised by. Avon's going to get the ball back. I saw it the other way, but then again, I have a pretty poor vantage point from up here. 4 minutes left to go in the game. Avon leads now 47-42. Zionsville still playing scrappy, trying to claw their way back into this game as they were down 10 just a few minutes ago. Now a traveling violation called on Aaron Bodie for Avon. So the Eagles will get the ball back. Now in the game for Zionsville, we have Jake Mann, Andrew Dockich, Braden Hall, Scotty Pinola, and that's Dalton Judd down there. So relatively small lineup here for the Eagles without Sibilla. And oh, a nice, very nice find there by Braden Hall to Dalton Judd. Dalton Judd with a great backdoor cut and a beautiful pass by Braden Hall. So we're going to have a timeout. Zionsville trails Avon 47-44. Do you remember when listening to Superman on the radio was all there was? Remember when your friends and family dining together and enjoyed it? Remember when bakeries were real and coffee didn't cost $4 a cup? Sweet Treats is a classic bakery and soda shop that does remember when. Serving delicious bakery and food items in Avon 6 days a week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sweet Treats is located at US 36 and Dan Jones, right behind CVS Pharmacy. Bring in a ticket stub from any Avon sporting event or mention you heard this ad and receive 10% off your purchase. Stop in for a visit and let Sweet Treats take you way back when. Back to the action here. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remain in the game. Zionsville trails by 3. And the crowd has really ramped up here at Avon, and the play on defense by both teams has really ramped up as well, as Van Wanzeel puts in a 3 and got a very, very favorable bounce there. And quickly back the other way is Zionsville. Oh, and it's thrown away. And a dunk by Aaron Bodie. Dockich with the assist. It's not going to be an assist. It was actually missed underneath by Panola. Braden Hall threw just an jumped by Aaron Bodie. And on the other end, Aaron Bodie put it in with 2 hands on the dunk. And that gave Avon an 8-point lead. Scott Panola misses his first free throw, so pressure now back on. And this has kind of been the story of the night so far, as Avon has built up a 7, 8, 9, even as many as 10-point lead. And Zionsville's chopped away at it, got it back to about 3 or 4 points, and then gave it right back the other way. Second free throw was made by Panola, so Zionsville trails by 7 now. Avon with the basketball. Pass underneath, off the thigh of Logan White. Zionsville, I think, is going to get the benefit of that call. And yes, they will. They get the ball, so Dockich already sprints back with it. And a timeout taken by the Eagles. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. That's a 30-second timeout. And Zionsville trails by 7. Zionsville with some inopportune turnovers, just coming at the worst time, and have shot themselves in the foot a couple times here in the fourth quarter. The bright spot for Zionsville tonight has no doubt been Andrew Dockich, as he's played just a whale of a game tonight. And then for Avon, they've had a few guys step up, specifically Aaron Bodie down the stretch, but the most consistent players for Avon throughout the game, I'd say, have been Jordan Rhodes and Connor Funkhauser. Just a lot of times when Avon didn't know what to do with the basketball on offense, they would just put in a deep 3 and really kind of break the backs of Zionsville a little bit. Andrew Dockich gets the ball now, the top of the key. A very nice move. Can't finish the layup, though. And Aaron Bodie with the rebound. Avon with the basketball. Zionsville trying to trap now. A very dangerous pass made by Avon, but successful. Van Wanzeel passes up a 3, and they're going to call a foul now on Dockich as he reached around Van Wanzeel, tried to pop the ball out from behind, but was called for a foul. Now Carter Van Wanzeel will step to the free throw line. Michael Salmon checks in the ball game for Braden Hall. And he first free back. And a three-pointer is missed, but the putback is made by Jacob Mann. So down to a 5-point game now, minute and a half remaining in the fourth quarter. We're going to have another 30-second timeout taken by Zionsville, and I think that's a smart way to go about business by Sean Busick, the head coach of Zionsville. As every time they've chipped away a little bit, he's just going to use a timeout, regather before they go back on defense. And unfortunately, the shot clock here at Avon isn't going to let us know how many timeouts each team has. We know the possession arrow is in favor of Zionsville. And there's been multiple times this game where we've had tie-up situations, so if Zionsville can force one of those down the stretch, that would certainly help their cause. I'd have to believe Sean Busick has made that known to them in the huddle. Zionsville comes out with Jacob Mann, Andrew Dockich, and it will be Braden Hall, Scott Panola, and Michael Salmon. So it'll be the whole starting lineup except for Cibula and Dalton Judd. In their place, we have Jacob Mann and Braden Hall. Trap now. Oh, and a near steal there for Zionsville. Avon lucky to get it back. Cross court now for Avon. And Avon is fouled on the floor. That's going to be number 32. I believe that's Logan White. Yes, it is. Logan White. Now keep in mind, he just missed the front end of a 1-and-1. And they're still in a 1-and-1 situation here. First free throw's up and is good. So 6-point lead now for Avon. A minute 13 remains. Another free throw yet to come for Logan White. And the second free throw is also made. Andrew Dockich now with the ball. Zionsville needs to find an open look quickly. It's going to be taken by Salmon. He misses, but the tip-in is made by Scott Panola. Zionsville back on defense, trailing by 5. Desperately need a steal here. And it's going to be a layup the other way by Connor Funkhauser. 40 seconds now. Zionsville in desperation mode now, but still kind of taking their time, as Salmon anyways. And Dockich gets the ball. He takes it in for a layup. Dockich has to have near 20 points tonight, if not over 20. So a 5-point lead still. 30-second timeout is made by Zionsville. I believe that'll be their last timeout of the game. And there's 30 seconds remaining in the game. 55-51, Avon leads. And regardless of the outcome, a very well-played game by both teams. And certainly a fun game to watch for the fans and from a spectator's point of view. A deep pass thrown. Avon gets the ball, and Logan White fouled again on the floor. Man, Avon's gotten away with some very risky passes here down the stretch when the last thing they need is a turnover. And that's number 32, Logan White, back to the free throw line. And this is the last 1-and-1 opportunity, so Zionsville desperately needs a miss and hits the back iron, bounces about 3 feet up from the rim and just drops right in. First free throw good for Avon. Zionsville's going to have to start looking for three-pointers here. 22 seconds remain in the game. Second free throw is missed, so it's a 6-point game. Here it is, 3-point opportunity on the way for Salmon. He misses. And the rebound comes to the Avon Orioles, and there's a foul on the floor. Now it's going to be a double bonus situation as Connor Van Wanzel will go to the free throw line. That's Dokic's fourth. 2 free throws on the way for Connor. And Van Wanzel will wrap up this game. 14 seconds remain. First free throw is missed. So with this next free throw, if it is missed, Zionsville still has a chance, albeit a small chance. It was missed. Dalton Judd to Dokic. Dokic needs to get it down for a 3 quickly. Solman misses. Put up by Dokic for a layup. And that should put Dokic over 20 for the night, but that'll end the game. And a very well-played game by the Eagles, but Avon was just able to make more timely baskets and protect the ball better down the stretch. Zionsville will lose this one on the road at Avon, 57-53, and that'll be all for AudioSportsOnline.com and XRBRadio.com. I'm Aaron Steffi, signing off here from Avon, Indiana.